I am Julie Martin. I'm the art teacher of Carrigallen Vocational School and one of the facilitators for this exhibition.
Okay. And what do you think of how the exhibition turned out?
I'm extremely pleased with how the exhibition turned out, most particularly because of the students' involvement and how well they did in the exhibition. We've ended up with a huge variety of artwork, from drawing to painting, ceramics, audio pieces, video pieces, installation, projections, and so it's been a huge success, and there seems to be a wonderful buzz around here this evening as well.
That's good, yeah. So you're happy with how tonight's going so far then, yes?
Yeah, so the evening is just beginning, so so we're going to have music. We'll have performances that were written by the students. We have music from Boyle Abbey Community College. We have some performances from our own traditional music group from Carrigallen Vocational School, and our drama group scripted 3 pieces to commemorate this year.
That sounds great.
What was your involvement leading up to tonight's event?
As you can see, myself and 2 other soldiers built a barrier. We're reenacting some of the events that occurred in 1916. We built a barrier outside the dock to represent the barriers outside the GPO in 1916. What was your involvement leading up to tonight?
I interviewed historians from Leitrim, and then I done photography beside the graveyard where James Clark's house used to be. Did it take you long to make the barricades?
It took 2 weeks in total to make the barricade, and it's made out of pure oak.
Irish women, in the name of God and of the dead generations from which she receives her old tradition of nationhood, Ireland Truist summons her children to her flag and strikes for her freedom.
Irish freedom? Where have you been for the last 700 years, soldier boy? You're lucky the Brits are all up at the races today, or you'd be down in the barracks in that get-up.
Having organised and trained her manhood through her secret revolutionary organisation, the Irish Republican Brotherhood, and through her open military organisations, the Irish Volunteers and the Irish Citizen Army, having patiently perfected her discipline, having resolutely waited for the right moment to reveal itself, she now seizes that moment, and supported by her exiled children in America and by gallant allies in Europe, or relying in the first on her own strength, she strikes in full confidence of victory.
Strike against the Brits? That's a laugh. You wouldn't strike a match. Come to your mammy, young fella. You're only a 9 on a sunny day.
We declare the right of the people of Ireland to the ownership of Ireland, and to the unfettered control of Irish destinies, to be sovereign and indefeasible. The long usurpation of the right by a foreign people and government has not extinguished the right, nor can it ever be extinguished, except by the destruction of the Irish people.
And I declare that you look gorgeous in your uniform, young fella. Fancy taking a young lady for a drink?
In every generation, the Irish people have asserted their right to national freedom and sovereignty. 6 times during the past 300 years, they have asserted in arms, standing on the fundamental right, and again asserting in arms in the face of the world. We hereby proclaim the Irish Republic as a sovereign, independent state, and we pledge our lives and the lives of our comrades in arms to the cause of its freedom, of its welfare, and of its exaltation among the nations. Look what I got from a soldier in Sackville Street, Dad. What is it? I'm not able to read the big words.
What blackguard are you up to now?
Nothing, Dad. I was just watching the soldiers marching, and then one of them started talking, and another one started handing these out.
He was probably being nosy, Dad.
What is it, Dad?
A load of bull as far as I can see. Who are these fellas, Pierce and Clark? Never heard of them. Doesn't sound like it's volunteers.
Enough of that now, John.
And that's Morphine. He's only outside. Mr. Morphine! See, he seems to have one too.
Here, son, read this. I haven't got my glasses.
Public na Hera, the provisional government of the Irish Republic to the people of Ireland.
How's everyone doing?
Did you get one of those too?
I did, surely, off a volunteer fella up in Sackville Street. He reckons they're going to take over the city and run the Brits out. Did you ever hear the like?
A volunteer? Are the volunteers out? I thought O'Neill told them to stay at home. Wonder should I go up there?
Would you calm down, son? Stay well away. Sounds like kind of lunatics to me.
Do you not think it might be important, Ma?
No, it's not, Christy.
You don't know anything, so shut up.
Enough of that now, lads. Outside and play, and don't be wrecking me head with your noise.
Go on, out with you.
I'm off, so we'll be back for dinner.
What do you think all the fuss is about? Do you really think they're going to take over the city?
Not at all. The Brits had squashed them in a few hours.
I don't know, Dad. I think this might be important.
Good morning, Charles. How are you today?
I'm great, sir. I have received more letters of compensation, sir. Shall I read them out?
Not more, greedy beggars. Go on.
Dear sir, I take the liberty of inquiring you for compensation of £15 for the death of my son John. He was killed by soldiers in Sackville Street. He was only 2 years old. He was in his pram as we were going for a walk. Your most obedient servant, Bridget Gibney of 42 Dodderview, Dublin.
Charles, take a reply. Dear Miss Bridget Gibney of 42 Dodderview, Dublin. It would be difficult to defend in the case of an infant of this age the grant of any son beyond funeral and incidental expenses, and a salarium, say, not exceeding £5. I do not know whether you will entertain the claim, but I am assured that it was entirely through ignorance it was not sent in before. Yours sincerely, Benedict Saunders.
And here's one from two brothers, sir.
Read it to me.
Dear sir, we are writing you this letter to apply for compensation for our mother Mary and our father James, who died during the week of the Rising on Wednesday the 26th of April 1916.
Our mother was shot in an instant a few metres away from the GPO, and our father was killed with our Uncle Thomas in the North King Street massacre. We are looking for £25 to cover the family funds. Your obedient servants, Patrick and Porrick.
Charles. Mr. Patrick and Porrick Leighton, I will obtain to you £10, no more, as you lost both parents. Yours sincerely, Benedict Saunders.
And the last one of the day, sir.
Dear sir, I take the liberty of inquiring for £20 for the death of my daughter Mary. She was only 12 years old. She was on her way to the shops to get some milk and bread.
She was our only daughter and she did great work around the house. If you could give us £20 for her death, we would be grateful. Your most obedient servants, Mr. and Mrs. Farrell of 55 Mount Ann.
Charles. Mr. and Mrs. Farrell of 55 Mount Ann. I will grant you no more than £15, as your daughter didn't bring much money into the household. Yours sincerely, Benedict Saunders.
The rebellion was on. Word had spread around that the IRA were after taking over the GPO and that there was lots of gunfire going on all over O'Connell Street.
5 or 6 soldiers round our shop, undercover, and the firing was still going on. I said to one of the soldiers, I want to go into my home. You can if you like, he said. There are a few dead bodies lying around over there, and you can pass them if you wish. Then I turned and in another place close by, I saw poor Tom lying on the ground. Oh Jesus, I cried, not my husband too. And not far off lay the corpse of poor Conley.
I, Sean McGeower, before paying the penalty of death for my love of country and hatred of her slavery, desire to leave this message to my fellow countrymen. That I die as I have lived, bearing no malice to any man, and in perfect peace with Almighty God. The principles which I give my life are so sacred that I now walk to my death in the most perfectly calm and collected manner. I go to my death for Ireland's cause as fearlessly as I have worked for the sacred cause during all my short life. I ask the Reverend Eugene McCarthy, who has prepared me to meet my God and who has given me courage this ordeal, to convey this message to my fellow countrymen. God save Ireland.